Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the last part of our conversation with our friend, Lenny Terenzi. We have one more episode of Bar Snacks to go with Kyle Webster. Then on to a best of part 2 and some new material for season 3 coming up really soon. We think you're going to be really excited about what we have planned. In the meantime, take a listen, drop a review on your favorite podcast platform, and send us an email to hello@twodesignerswalkintoabar.com. Now let's get back into it. I'll get us back on track. Lenny, what video game, either arcade or console, reigns supreme to you? What is the best video game?
So again, right, I'm not. It's hard for me to say the best. So I'm going to go for the best system. All right,
okay.
In my eyes, right, in my eyes, Sega Genesis.
Wow,
because they not only was it a fantastic system, but they not only took on but beat Nintendo, who was by far the Goliath, right, of the era. And to me, like, now that I'm in the field, design, marketing, all that stuff, I mean, that late 80s, 90s, Sega versus Nintendo is a marketing, advertising masterclass. Where Sega looked at Nintendo and said, what are they? They're for kids. What are we? We're not. And they just went right for the throat. They were for kids, but it was teenagers. So that's where the, Sega, and all that came from. And additionally, the best tagline ever was Sega does what Nintendo don't. And that has not been, topped yet.
Nice. So I'm hearing you say Street Fighter is really the best video game, though. That's what I'm hearing. Did I hear that correctly?
Because, and here's why, Todd, bit of trivia, again, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all that, on Sega systems, they allowed blood to be shown. A Nintendo, at the time, would not allow blood, and that is literally how Sega beat Nintendo at the time, because they had more realistic ports of violent fighting games at the time.
Also, I think the graphics, I think it was more powerful in the graphics. Like, the gameplay was just better, if I remember.
Well, it was, but, even when Super Nintendo came out, which was arguably more powerful than the Genesis, the marketing for Sega was just on point. And I think, at the time, what was the Goodby? Was that the agency, like, back in the day? Like, it was literally now they're a massive agency, but they were like 3 people going against the biggest agencies, and they gave it to the 3 people. And I think, I've read several books and watched like 3 documentaries on that. I'm fascinated by the video game wars of the 80s and 90s. But that sort of shaped how I even approached my own company, and a little bit of even how I approach like jobs, even working, with Todd at AICPA, now is just like, is there a place we can put a little hair on this? Is there a place we can be a little edgy? Where, is there a place we can make it a little bit different? And even if it's small, like that's, that to me makes all the difference.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great philosophy.
All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. Todd, since you jumped around earlier, I'm going to jump around now too. Okay?
Jump around.
Okay.
Jump up.
Lenny.
Yes.
What's the best Halloween costume you've ever had?
Okay. So clearly, like 60s through the 80s with the plastic mask, right? Vacuform masks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And plastic ponchos. So like, I can't pick one of those, but it's one of those. Dracula, Frankenstein, whatever, but like those are, for nostalgia purposes. Truly my best costume was Halloween 2019, so we're not talking long ago. And I was Doctor Strange. Big group of friends, we all were going to a Halloween party as the Avengers, and I said I'll be Doctor Strange. And so I went all out and actually bought what they call a B-level movie prop costume. So it's a costume that could be on camera, but it's from like 20 feet and back. So it's like the costume either an extra would wear, or if they were going to be further back, they didn't dress the actor up in the A-level, camera right here in your face scene. And so I got one of those, and it's pretty legit.
Nice. But the vacuum form plastic mask, those reign supreme from the younger days. Is it mainly because they were so flammable and it was kind of like a thrill to get through Halloween without
to get suffocated because they weren't breathable at all?
I think that's that's really like our first taste of, huffing glue or whatever. It was like breathing in those masks. Like that's
Speak for yourself. I'm from the South.
Todd was huffing glue out of the womb.
Todd had a gas can tucked right under his crib.
But I've got obviously this is an audio podcast, but I literally behind me, I think I've shown them to Todd. Here, because it really won't matter. I actually have on my wall.
Okay.
Two really big vacuum form masks.
Nice.
That's killer.
Yeah, those are great. Lenny, speaking of being afraid, you're at the fair. What is one thing that you never miss?
Food.
Okay, thanks for that specificity. Do you want to go into any more detail?
No, I'm just kidding. I should have done that with every question.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes. No. And then we'd be like, thank you, Lenny, impersonating a 16-year-old girl.
He's like the color guy in Major League. You have anything to add? Nope.
All good. Nope. For some reason, I've never had better Italian sausage, peppers, and onions than I do at a fair.
Oh, my
right?
gosh,
They're just the best, because I don't think they ever clean the grill. Like, it just travels around the country and picks up, truck exhaust. And,
That's right.
And then anything fried.
And it smells like from outside. You hear everything. You smell everything from outside. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, and then anything fried, especially now where they're just like, hey, a stick of butter. Hey,
Yeah, what do you have?
I did the last time I was there. I didn't go this last year, but the last time I was there, I did the cheeseburger, but where the bun was 2 Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was brilliant. I don't know if as a society we really are going to get much past that.
So they have that in Japan. You can actually go to a restaurant in Japan and get that. Like just at a fast food place called Moss Burger. So you can get that year-round if you travel overseas.
They are quickly catching up with us, aren't they?
They are.
They're going to outrank us in heart disease.
Yeah, well, they invented sumo wrestling, so they.
I'll put in to lead the new Tokyo office, Todd, if we want to get me over there.
There you go. That sounds like a great idea.
Where's Lenny? He's at lunch again. What's his food budget like? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so, Todd, I'll let you ask the more fun question. Well, I don't want to prejudice things. I'm going to ask a question, and I think Todd. There's 2 questions left, and I'll let Todd ask what I think will get a more colorful answer.
All right.
So, Lenny, you got to ratchet up the answer for me, and then just be rather blasé when Todd asks you his question.
As I usually am.
That's right. So, speaking of sumo wrestling, do you have a favorite sport?
Okay, so here's a very short story that will answer that perfectly. When I was in middle school, my gym teacher laughed out loud at me when I played baseball. So I took up the guitar, and that's my favorite sport.
Oh, well, you know what? That is like every singer's beginning story right there, right? You're just writing songs about it, and you're going to be a bazillionaire, and screw the baseball players that couldn't play.
Exactly. Yeah, well, what? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, don't the guitars get damaged when you hit balls with them?
No. You can hit balls with them. You can hit people's heads with them.
Oh, wow. Okay. Amps, fans.
Yeah.
So, Lenny, was it because when you were running the bases, did you have your elbows in by your side?
Oh, yeah.
And like flailing your
honestly,
hands and stuff?
as an adult, like there's two ways I look at that story now, right? As a parent of who has raised a child, and we're sort of in this new era of parenting and things like that. Like I look back and I'm like, wow, you're a horrible teacher, and if you did that today, you would probably be social media blasted and a GoFundMe would be set up.
Yeah.
Knowing the type of ball player, air quotes here, I would have laughed at my ass too, because like, that's how vividly I remember how bad But on that token, he should have laughed at the pitcher too. I shouldn't have tried to hit the ball, but Christ, the pitcher should not have pitched what he pitched. So,
yeah,
did he give you the high heat?
Gave me the high something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in high school. I got knocked out. I was in the outfield, go figure, right? And I got knocked out because two of us were running for the same ball, and we ran into each other and plonk, conked right out. But the girl that ran into me didn't get hurt at all.
Do you think it's ironic that now your field is communication? I was trying to connect some
I wonder if
dots
that
for
joke
you.
would be fun. I don't know. Say that joke in a more funny way.
Say it as if it was actually a joke.
Do it again, but make it funny.
Okay, I'll workshop it.
Okay. All right. I got one last question for you, Lenny. Who is your favorite lowbrow artist?
Okay, right. Again, with the favorite, so.
I know you can't have just one, but let's try.
No, we're not going to try. I'm sorry, because there's just we have to give these people. We're going to have 5.
Wow. Okay, so you right. Immediately
we're
have
changing the
go-tos.
rules
I like
because
this.
we all know when
fine.
this episode comes out and I'm on it where the budget's going to go, and that's only going to be up. So I demand. This is my diva demand.
Right.
This isn't my writer.
Okay. All right.
So, and you'll personally reach out to each of these artists now because we're going to elevate their level of fame.
Absolutely.
So they can each donate an original piece of art that we will then auction and then use the proceeds to, so Todd and I can rent a pontoon boat.
Or pay bail.
Okay. Hey, so Lenny, let's do just a little quick game that Elliot and I like to play. Can Elliot name an artist and I'll name an artist, and you tell us if one of us gets one of your top 5 right? Okay, Elliot, would you like to go first?
Sure. Ed Big Daddy Roth.
And I say Mark Ryden.
Okay. Elliot got it.
Oh, of course he did, because I love Ed.
Right, he's like the original.
But Mark
Ryden is fantastic. He's not on that list.
Mark Ryden's amazing.
He absolutely was in there.
He may not be quite lowbrow anymore. He's so
kind of you're right. So Ed Big Daddy Roth, Camille Rose Garcia.
Yeah,
love Camille. Carlos Hernandez is fantastic. He goes by Electric Calavera online. Amazing screen printing, out of Austin. But on the local level, Tim Lee. Right, our buddy Tim.
Oh, I love Tim's a great guy.
And Skillet Gilmore.
Oh yeah.
Yep, had to give some of our local peeps a shout.
We got some great local artists in all of North Carolina, and not just in the Raleigh Triangle area and the Winston area, but all of North Carolina. We have some great local artists there.